Again, this is a big fundraiser. This is our big fundraiser, the Hands on Hubbardston fundraiser. This year we're raising money for 2 charities. Every year, most of you know, we always raise for one charity, which is for cancer. And this year it's the Angels of Hope, which is a cancer charity out of Detroit, Michigan, which raises money for kids who have cancer, their children. And the next one that we're taking care of this year is the Michigan Association for Suicide Prevention. Some of you all know that Hubbardston got hit pretty hard here about a year and a half ago with a few suicides, so and it hit pretty near and dear to my heart as well. So just understand that everything that's going on here tonight is it's 100%, we're donating to those 2 fine charities, and it's going to stay right here in the state of Michigan. So let's hear it for that, right? Cory Cole's here, and I'm going to have him speak for just a minute. He's going to speak on behalf of the Michigan Association for Suicide Prevention. So please welcome Cory Cole.
Yeah, so thanks. I'm kind of winging this. The way this went was full disclosure. I am not part of the Michigan Association for Suicide Prevention, but here's the story behind that. Somebody was scheduled to be here. There was a hiccup. So for those of you who know Kim Brown, which best I can tell, that's kind of everybody. Kim went to the bullpen where I happened to be warming up and said, hey, I need someone last minute. So I said, sure. I'm been pretty passionate about suicide prevention since the early 90s. And there's a few things that I can tell you about it. I do have kind of a passing acquaintance with what I'm going to call MASP, the Michigan Association for Suicide Prevention, in that I work more locally over in Montcalm County, where we have had a suicide prevention coalition since 2006. What I want to do is just tell you about the MASP. I'm going to give you information right off of their webpage, and then I'm going to talk really briefly about the power of small community activity when it comes to suicide prevention. So I'm not going to be able to read this, but so what I'm going to tell you is this. Back in 2001, there was a national strategy for suicide prevention because suicide is now considered a public health concern. So this national strategy was designed, it got passed down to the states. That's where Michigan picked up their suicide prevention plan and their coalition. Simply, what we do is we work together. Of course, the MASP is on a state level. We decrease the incidence of suicide, and we do that in a lot of different ways. If you want to Google their website, you'll be able to see the kind of things that they do, and they do a number of wonderful things, all kinds of resources, and they use donation money to really bring down the incidence of suicide. What we know from the work that we do is about 41,000 people die by suicide in the United States every year. In Michigan, it is about 1,100 people. And I work over in Montcalm County. We lose anywhere from 10 to 15 people every year by suicide. So what I want to talk a bit about on a more local level is I've had the pleasure of working with Kim since 2006, kind of off and on as we can have meetings. But for an example of how powerful small community action can be, when we started this, and this is going to kind of connect to some things I know that have happened in your community. We started this, there was some interest in the local schools because 6 students had died over just about a 10-year period. They were recent graduates or graduates from a local high school. There was a program called Yellow Ribbon, and what Yellow Ribbon does, Yellow Ribbon trains peers to talk with other students that are feeling suicidal, because what we've learned is when young people feel suicidal, they don't go to parents, they don't go to teachers, they don't go to coaches, they tend to tell other students. So one of the things that we've done with donation money is put it back into the school system, and every school in our district now has a Yellow Ribbon program where students can identify other students if they're feeling suicidal. And folks, I'm here to tell you this is a powerful, powerful program. There were no programs like this, there were no kids involved in these groups. And since 2006, when we got this off the ground, every school in our 7 districts has either an active Yellow Ribbon program or a program that is getting off the ground. There's some form of activity in there. So this is just an example of what can happen in a small community with your donation money. When I go out and I talk with groups like this, the balance point is I've been doing this for a long time, and I really don't want to hold up the entertainment. I really just want to be able to say thank you for having this kind of an event. I want to say thanks to Kim for inviting me out to this event, and I hope that you know that if you are making donations for these causes, that this money goes in to enhance the quality of life of your friends and your neighbors. Thank you.